What's going on, everybody? It's Jess with the Dug Out Dialogue, and I am back to wrap up our season. Holy shit. Holy shit, y'all. The season is over. If you have been living under a rock and did not know what happened in the World Series, the Rangers took it. 52 years in the making, y'all. The Rangers won their first World Series, Game 5 in a shutout game when nobody knew what was going to happen because Scherzer was out for the rest of the series and so was Garcia. And, you know, it has been a hell of a celebrating time. So we're gonna pour a little bit, and we're gonna kind of recap this whole crazy season. This has been nuts. It's insane that the season's already over. I feel like we just started with the boys like yesterday. That's not the case. Not the case at all. We had no clue what we were getting into back in May. To be quite honest, I remember having the first meeting with the guys, with Duke and Alec. Hell, before that, I remember talking to Dave. Dave's the one who brought me into this. And we had no clue what we were doing. He brought in two kids. I call them kids because they're like 10 years younger than me. But the boys, met with the boys. And here we are, months later, lots of learning later. And it is a holy shit moment. Kind of like the Rangers, which, can I just say, either team winning would have been fantastic. But watching the Rangers win, and that's where my sister's, like, that's her home team now. And seeing that celebration was fantastic. This whole season, being able to look at it through a different lens, not just as a fan, but as somebody who's bringing you the information. It has been an interesting ride, y'all. Like I've been reflecting a lot, and I am so proud of what we've put out this season, and I have learned so much. It's insane to think that a phone call turned into a series that, by the way, will be back during baseball season. We'll probably come through closer to spring training. There's a lot of stuff already happening in the baseball world. If you haven't heard, David Ross has been dismissed from the Cubs. We are acquiring a new head coach. So we are going to see how that one goes. There's already stuff crazy flying postseason now that this is over. And so there's going to be a ton to talk about. And the whole format has changed too. We went from all of us with Dave, which, by the way, fuck you, Dave, which has turned into a thing that I don't think will ever go away. And we went from the boys and me to just me. And, you know, I think, again, this was such a learning curve for everybody. And it's been so fun and so exciting. And, you know, some things will come back. I think the boys, we'll have them back. We'll get more into it. We'll definitely be doing guests next season. I've already got a couple people in mind. There's something in my whiskey. No. Oh. Can't have that. If we're having celebratory whiskey, it's got to be good. I think all learned how hard this is for anybody who has never done a podcast. To talk about something and be relevant and be entertaining and know what you're talking about is super fucking hard. So my hat's off. Like, I knew it was hard. I have friends who do this literally for a living, and God bless you, because this is some hard shit. But the other thing that we are really like, that I'm grateful for, is just this opportunity and this platform. And we will definitely be coming to you next season with way more knowledge, way more understanding, interviews. That's going to be my big thing. Like, we are going to get people on. I put out the word. But the exciting thing has been the growth, the friendships. Duke has got his own show now with Hashmark, so y'all need to check that out. We'll be having Alec back. We'll be doing, and trust me, the boys won't just be doing the sports stuff. I will be having them on a podcast that we are in the talks and working on that'll come out in the spring. Teaser, fun stuff. I'm super excited about it. This season, though, overall really took me by surprise. I think all season we talked about how we really thought it was somebody in the AL against the National League, and the National League was going to come out, and we were wrong, boys. We were wrong. We underestimated the American League. And it kind of worked out in our favor, to be quite honest. I think it turned everything super duper interesting. And that is what it's all about, guys. So if you're just getting into baseball, like, just know that it is just all about being, how do I want to word this? Baseball is the phrase I use it in games, but it's true for the season. It's not over until it's over. It really is not. You cannot count teams out until they are fully out of it. The Diamondbacks, we had no clue that they were going to come back. We had no clue that the Rangers were going to do what they were going to do. We were all banking on the Orioles. Now, we saw some potential in the Rangers in the beginning of the season. That is for sure. But we did not expect what we got out of these guys. And this is the great thing about baseball. This is what I love about baseball. You've got a bunch of overgrown little league players out there doing their thing. So now in the postseason, we're going to be watching everything. We're going to see what everybody does. We're going to see what switches up. Ohtani is really the big talk. Nobody really knows what's going to go on with him. And that's just because you don't know what you can expect from him. He just had surgery. He's not going to pitch until 2025. He might be able to come back next year. But do you really want to work him out like that? Do you want to risk him not recovering? I just told you the Cubs, they've already dismissed David Ross, which is super sad. But to be quite blunt and honest, like, he would have made a better bench coach to start. And then moved his way up. I think, though, he gained some great experience, and we are forever indebted to him. He's just a great person. And those are the ones that we love and the ones that we want to appreciate. And so we're already seeing everything moving around. And we're already seeing, trades being made and people being fired. So I'm super excited to come back next season. We will be back. I think we're going to start earlier. That's my goal. I want to start probably mid-spring training and really get a good grasp. And we're going to bring Duke in because Duke's analytics are insane. And we did not utilize that enough. And I am going to make sure we utilize that. And Alex's analysis of the game is insane. And I've got friends, guys, that I think you're going to be excited about. But this has been such a fun experience. This has been truly rewarding and amazing, and honestly helped me through some really dark shit that has been going on, which, FYI, if you're ever curious, will be discussed on the second podcast that I am starting, and that will be out this spring. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I'll be putting more stuff out about that. If you want to follow me on the socials, we'll put my TikTok in there. We'll put my Instagram in there, and you can reach out to me there. I'll be putting some stuff up, but I can't thank Dave enough. As much as we started with the fuck Dave, he has been phenomenal in this. And again, the boys, you're going to see a different side of them, guaranteed, but they will be back. And taking this on my own towards the end of the season with the literal shitstorm that has been my life has given me the greatest escape. So for everybody who is and will continue to support, because we know you love us. Okay, maybe you just love me. And that's fine. I'll sit and talk baseball with you. I just wanted to say thank you to close out the season. And let's see what everybody rebuilds. Let's see, what happens. And I just want to say that even though my initial guesses for teams were wrong, that's fine. I ended up calling it on the Rangers at the end when given only a 50-50 shot. But yeah, that's the wrap up. We just want to say thank you. Thank you to the boys for covering me when I had to be out. Thank you to Dave. You'll be seeing my face more. And again, we're going to tag all the socials because I am going to be putting out some announcements that I think people will be into. And I hope you reach out to me when I put them out because I'm serious about it. And just stay tuned and have a great off season.